So and then I had to share the experience of being in prison itself. I had hired people out of prison before. I'd visited friends in prison, and I thought I understood prison until I went to prison. Mm-hmm. And then I really realized what freedom really means.
Yep.
But the only positive thing that came out of prison is I mentored approximately 24 men. And that really opened my eyes, because I found out that 60% of people in prison never get a visit.
I read that in the book about the gentleman whose daughter you had come visit.
Yeah, they never get a visit. And then these men, the closer they would get to the door of being released, I would spend more time with them. And my time I spent with them was generally all one-on-one. And we're talking about men that have been in prison, some of them 20, 25 years, and physically just, intimidating men. But they would break down and weep uncontrollably the closer they got to the door, because not a one of them wanted to go back to prison. But every one of them was convinced they were going to go back to prison because they had no way to earn a living. The only thing they had learned in prison was how to be a better prisoner, mm-hmm. or how to be a better criminal. They didn't learn anything at all about. A lot of them didn't even know how to use a cell phone. A lot of them have been in there so long, cell phones weren't even available.
Wow.
I knew when I got out of prison, I had to try to do something to make a change. And that's the reason I wrote the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to, one second, Gary. I'm sorry to hear about your daughter. That's horrible. And I do think that you go about setting the record straight. If Oscar was here joining us, he'd go nuts about crooked FBI, and some of the things that happened to you are pretty insane. To hear those stories and how this came to be. So again, I'm sorry to hear about that. Thank you for setting the record straight.